Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island.
You guys. Yeah, Dustin.
Neither one of us are talking. We're still in shock from why you didn't just do a champion turn and spin when I gave you the air horns. Also joining us this week is the very, very handsome, like classically trained in handsomeness. Yes, we are live right now. Shawn Handlon! Yeah!
What? I don't get air horns?
I was trying to make Mike feel special. I haven't been getting the last couple laying off.
I mean, I'm not exactly concerned about you giving me a good enough intro. I mean, the main thing is like, what is the show about? I still am confused by that.
Well, I'm glad I was able to unconfuse it for you today.
I don't know that you did, though.
I don't think I said that. I don't think that's anything of what I said at all.
What?
You're saying that this show is a show. The entire purpose of this show is it's the only show that asks the question, why not Dustin Gardner?
Me. Why not me? Don't you guys ever ask that question, Mike?
Well, yes. I ask it every single week on this show, apparently. But what I'm saying,
use the example as the example.
What I'm saying is that what this show is about? Is like, why isn't Dustin rich? That's the actual show.
Less about being rich and powerful in your terminologies, Mike, and more about being able to live a life, Mike's. Gee whiz.
I feel like you came in real strong, but I mean,
Real strong.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know.
For sure.
Was positive about it.
I mean, it
Wrote
was like
out,
one of those
everything,
guys
had to look
outside
at
of the
reading.
gas station with the arms that are just going like this. That's how strong you came in, but it was also how confusing you came in too.
Well, I mean, were you supposed to give away the answers at the very beginning of the show, or is it more of an eye catcher, more of a
Yeah, you're
rub
right.
the ups and downs?
You're
I mean,
right. When I turn on network television shows such as like say Cheers, I don't want to know if it's going to be a documentary show or it's like Survivor Man or if it's like I don't know, like a CGI thing or if it's a cartoon. I don't want to know any of that before I watch it. I just always want to be surprised.
Well, welcome to Meltdown Island. I wrote a theme song.
Hey, Shawn
that
is trying to
explains
talk,
everything.
Dustin.
Please talk. Please talk, Shawn.
All I was gonna say, I just no, I don't. I don't know that's what. I think you're missing. Never mind.
What is it? Say what it is. Rip it off like a Band-Aid, and I'm the baby.
I'm just saying. I think I see Mike's point in that if you're gonna sit down and invest in a show, you want to know what you're getting yourself into.
Okay. Exterior shot.
So you can decide if it's your thing or not. If you want to move on,
Right.
or watch it.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he was listening to you
I
at
could
all,
see-
Shawn. I think
You
Dustin
want to
was.
sit down and want to watch it? No, I heard it.
I think Dustin's just talking to people on TikTok right now.
Not basketball. Meltdown Island.
See?
Well, I got more viewers on TikTok. I should say hello to them, Mike.
Well, I mean, you can always do a show on TikTok if you want to.
I've been doing them lately, and it's been
Yeah. But, we have this show every week at 5 p.m. on Tuesdays.
every Tuesday at 5 p.m. weekly.
Yes.
See, we just say
we
things
don't
different.
have to continue doing this show if you're too distracted by what's going on TikTok during your own show.
I'm not distracted by TikTok, but TikTok's also not yelling at me for giving an amazing opening to the show.
Oh my
They're
God.
not sitting here going, "Oh, but what's you really talking about, Dustin? Oh, but what?"
Yeah, I hate when people try to understand what I'm saying and then critique it.
Yeah, I gave you air horns.
I
What's
hate
not
it.
understand about air horns?
I hate when people stop me because they don't understand what I'm saying. It's just awful. They should just
What's
pretend they're
not?
understanding what I'm saying.
Well, this would be the period where we now clarify all of the opening remarks that I made. We are, instead of dissecting it, we were supposed to smoothly transition to saying, we're, catching up. We're buddies who like to lick ketchup off each other and tell each other about their week. So here we go. Ketchup time.
You sound a little upset introducing ketchup time.
Yeah.
I mean, that does not make me want to participate in ketchup time whatsoever, to be
So
honest.
far from ketchup time.
It's time to catch up. Let's just catch up, okay?
This week, I got this arrived. and
That's nice.
That is
It's something I
amazing.
bought for Christmas of last year.
Fit it
and
in the
came-
frame. Let's see the whole thing.
Oh, so I gotta back it up a little bit.
That's how it works, yes.
It's so funny because TikTok and our screens both backwards from each other. So it's like I'm getting double mind blown.
Both TikTok and my screens are backwards from each other.
Yep,
So it's
think
like
about
I'm
that.
getting... I don't understand that at all.
Well, it's basically they're both backwards.
All right.
So that's Thomas Jefferson Starship Enterprise. It's our dog that we've had
That's beautiful.
for many years, and that's his name. And we call him Jefferson or Peepop for short. And the painting, like most art, is meant to be something that is discussed or a talking point as you give a tour of your formal residence. Now, what you'll want to do is stop by the painting, and someone will say, "Oh, is that a Chaucer or a Levati?" And then you say, "No." And then you go on to explain what things represent. Isn't that lovely?
Again, your description kind of lost me a little bit.
Talking about art, Mike. What is not to understand?
You're talking about giving tours of your formal residence. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
Shawn,
what art does. It hangs in your house of residence.
I think Jefferson looks very distinguished in that, though. That really
Very
captures his nobility.
No.
And I dig that about the piece. Yes.
Thank you. I dig that about you,
My
Bob.
concern
Go ahead.
is that as you were taking your guests through your house and you showed them the art, they asked who the artist was.
Sure. Sure they did.
And they guessed. They made a couple guesses at the artist.
They did
and then
guess.
you kind of insulted them. You kind of insulted them a little bit for being curious.
The thing is,
When you say that the painting is designed to get people talking.
touche, Shawn. Touche.
So,
honestly, it's just about using words that make sense to other human beings when you're talking to them and putting them in an order that makes sense. Like, if you're putting all the words that you need to use, you put them in order so that you can give them to somebody else, and then they take those words, they hear those words, and then they can break them down, and they understand what you're saying. That's kind of the basic concept, I think, of what we're missing here.
Okay. We'll be discussing today on the show Gold Mountain and aliens. What happened in your guys' week this week? Mike, you want to go ahead and take the lead, Shawn? Or Shawn's been gone for 2 weeks. And
it's just, again, you're asking me what's been going on with my week in a very aggressive way, and it makes me very hesitant to respond. I'm having a hard time feeling okay and safe about sharing what happened in my week when you asked me with that little tinge of there's a little anger or something going on there behind your voice.
I'm probably fighting through some defensiveness on my own end.
Okay.
I might be fighting through I got some distractions like phone call coming through for some reason.
TikTok.
And no, TikTok's not a distraction. You guys, you're not a distraction. Do not listen to him. You are not. You are everything, okay? But I got some things like being attacked. It feels like right out the gate, trying to not respond in that way, containing the meltdown procedures.
Wait, well, stop right where you're at. This is where your conversations go off the rails. Right now, you already started throwing in extra words that did not help me understand what was going on at all. You're adding in what you think are fun words, but are actually just words that are taking us away from the point that you're trying to make because you don't think that you should stop talking, is what it seems like. It seems like
if I do stop talking, friend, but get yelled at. So you tell me.
Yeah, if you think back, Shawn and I have never, ever once been sad or angry with you for not talking. I can't think of a time. I cannot think of a time.
Go ahead.
I cannot think of a time as well. Are you trying to teach us a lesson now by not talking?
No, Alice Schneider.
I was really liking that.
Here's the thing, Shawn. You heard of them glaciers melting and stuff. You if we're talking about people communicating today,
Whoa. Holy shit. That's what we need to have for the description of the show. Two rational people make one guy that has trouble with his own show have a meltdown every single week. That's a good description for the show. Hey, check it out. Two rational and normal people ask very little of a person on a show, and it makes him melt down. That's the description for Meltdown Island. What do you think?
I would say that we are next level media. That I would probably put that in the new rewrite.
Next level media? Okay.
We have Rollo, who is experiencing the show on a whole nother level right now because he's joined me over on TikTok, and he said, "Funny, it's just you."
What?
So he's not only melting down over here with these two numbskulls, he's over here going, "Ooh, give me some of that sunshine." Now, Mike.
You lost me again.
Well, this is why we get behind.
Okay.
Shawn was about to say something, so if we could direct it back to Shawn.
He is trying to teach you a lesson, Shawn.
I don't remember.
I am not a.
But I think, I do think part of the problem is.
There's a problem now?
Yes. Yes, there's a problem. Yes.
Go ahead.
It's
I'm
not
listening.
new. Go ahead, Shawn.
It's not new.
It lies in what Mike was saying about too many words.
Go ahead.
And adding in unnecessary words, and sometimes shorter statements can turn into like comedic monologues or longer
You want me to do comedic monologues?
Oh, no.
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 Take your time.
I think it's over. It's a matter of an overcommitment to finding entertaining words and an entertaining way of saying something that can cause a breakdown in communication.
I've heard that song. Communication breakdown.
Yeah, I don't think you.
I don't know. What do I?
Just to let you know, Mary, I'm doing Meltdown Island.
Here we
I
go
have
again.
other people talking
Here we
in
go
my
again.
headphones.
I have
and
people
right now we're just-
talking in my headphones. Not
way that-
I'm in the middle of doing a show with other people. I have people talking in my headphones. I'm sorry. There's people bothering me in my headphones. Sorry, TikTok. I'm just doing this dumb show and it's getting in the way of my TikTok stuff. Sorry, everyone. Is that kind of what you were just now saying, Dustin?
I mean, I guess it could be taken that way, Mike.
Were you even listening to the last part? You just had your headphones off.
Yes, so that was so I didn't have to repeat what you were saying, and to show them
What?
that I'm doing a show. I'm currently doing a show with other human beings, Mike. I'm trying to humanize.
That inflection in your voice sounded like I'm trying extra hard to sound very normal and rational right now. I want you to know that I'm not melting down. Not at all. Everything's fine.
We are cutting into some other things now. I'd love to just further discuss what happened in your guys' week, but as your fear to communicate with me is revealed itself, I shall now have to be forced by our own time restraints to move on. This is
God.
not my choice.
How
I want to
disappointing.
know what's happening in your lives.
Everyone's going to be really sad that they didn't get to find out that I didn't really have much happen this week.
Sean's been gone for 2 weeks. He might have had something.
I might have had something.
Well, now,
But I just want to say it's noteworthy that in the many episodes that I've done now, we have never gotten to me.
Shawn,
I've never had to come up with anything that I did because it never gets to me.
That's
Shawn.
not surprising, Shawn. I'm very sorry about that.
Sorry, not sorry, but today you would have been like, bum, bum, ba, da, 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 da. Instead, we've been chipping away at old man Dustin's heart. Chip, chip, chip. So, excuse me, Shawn, if I ain't all like, oh, let's cuddle, buddy. Not that way, right?
I think Shawn just took a note for a thorn.
That's gold. That's gold.
Speaking of gold, Shawn, hey, let's watch this video that Dustin sent earlier. That's how you do a segue.
See what we did there? Set spike.
Yeah, it's that easy.
I was going to go off of what you just said about being ridiculous, but then you guys kept, you had to bring up that you never had anything to say, then had to make me yell again. I didn't trying to yell, you guys. Hi, what's up?
Oh, yeah, quiet. Whisper to your TikTok friends. Yes. Yeah, spend some time with your TikTok friends while you're hosting this show.
I'm hosting a show called Meltdown Island. Some people are a little aggro today.
Wow. Okay. Where did you send that video, by the way?
Meltdown Island TikToks. In fact, we all saw it right at the beginning of the show.
You just have so many videos in there now that it...
Which one are you talking about? Which one you want to go to? You said something about being cold.
You sent...
Okay. Gold?
Yeah, I just have to find it. You just sent a whole bunch of videos in here.
Well, yeah. I didn't send that one to TikTok. I just sent that one to you, personal.
Oh my God. See, that's what I'm saying.
That's a breakdown in the system.
That's not a TikTok. Just to be fair to Dustin.
It's not a TikTok? Just to be fair to Dustin, that's not a TikTok that you sent me?
That's not a TikTok. I'm sending it now. I'm resending it as we incommunicado. Bop. Boop.
Where are you sending it?
I'm putting it in here. I'm putting it in the associate producers thing because it's the one at the top and people are in it, and I'm sending it there. Hey everybody! Welcome to What Happened.
Welcome to.
This is a segment of the show where we're going to discuss what happened this week. And guess what happened? Dustin discovered a mountain of gold.
I still don't have that video.
All right, let me just go ahead and resend that one more time.
You put it in MDI.
Mike McGettigan. It's going direct to Mike McGettigan. And we found this gold, and it's a mountain of gold, and we might all need to go over to the Congo line, to the Congo, where we're going to go and dig gold out of a mountain of gold mountain. It's any second. You guys will see. It's real fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's not coming up, huh, bud?
I'm getting it, but it takes me a minute to set everything up for it.
It's okay. It's okay. We all know it's my fault, and I apologize.
Oh, God.
Because of the fact I send him too many things. And if I wouldn't have sent it early or not remembered to send it like I did, we wouldn't be in this position. I think it's right at the end is probably where you can put it.
Put what right at the end?
The video. Oh, here it is. Congolese villagers. Here, I'll just show. So there's this country called
So yeah, watch this video that Dustin sent me.
So it's sideways. I guess I should put the phone like this so you guys can see it. And they're digging. Look at all the people. Look at all of the Congolese people just apparently the soil is like 80%, 90% gold, so it's just like gold flakes. Like what you're looking at is dirt and gold, basically. And they take it home and they sift it through these sifting things, I'm sure, like they did in the day of, what do they call it? The gold rush in America. Then they probably melt it or smelt it, felt it. It's an elt word. And they put it together into a ball of gold. Ain't that amazing?
Interesting.
They dug
It's
up
reasonably
the
interesting.
carried it home, and all of a sudden, look at all that gold.
Wow.
It's just like must have been El Dorado, the El Dorado of gold, and either the mountain got shipped over or they gave the wrong position on the maps so that no one would actually find the gold mountain, but they have.
Okay, so I looked into this whole thing because you were very excited about it. And I mean, the only information that you have is what was in the video itself, right? So I tried looking into it. I wound up going to BBC Pigeon. I finally found an article about the actual thing, but it was basically an article referencing the video itself as the source without any other sources. There's no other sources online that talk about what these video clips are from or what it's
They're
part of.
trying to keep it hush, bud.
So, right, but if you're going to put out a video, like why is this put out in the first place then if they're trying to keep it hush hush? Why make a video and put it online if they're trying to make it hush hush? Now, I also did some more research because
leak.
I also did some more research because it was so then why wouldn't the leaker put where the Anyways, I did some more research on this because it turns out there are a lot of, as they call them, artisanal gold miners in the Congo, and that this is kind of a huge problem, and it has really devastated their country. In the Congo, it's very common for the male of the family to decide that they're going to be a gold miner and just go out and start digging in random places because the Congo does have a huge amount of gold buried in the ground. The fact on that video that it said 60 to 90% gold, that makes zero sense. If the ground is 60 to 90% gold, then the ground is just going to be pure gold with a little bit of dirt in it. That's definitely not going to happen in anywhere.
Think of it like the gold. Think of it like a golden pyramid that maybe one of the comets hit and blew up, and it shattered into almost fine dust.
What? Why you're saying that there's golden pyramids in the Congo that have been exploding, and that's what this video is all about?
I'm just saying.
From comets?
Stranger things.
I don't know. It's a pyramid, Sean. So I'm not sure if it was a pyramid on a comet or if the comet hit the pyramid. I'm not sure what.
I've gone down some rabbit holes today. My apologies there, Mike. I've gone down some rabbit holes and some conspiracy, so my mind's a little more open today, I guess.
So basically, the information I did find was very interesting about what life is like in the Congo for a lot of children and the women that are kind of all victims of this gold mining culture that they have there, which is super prevalent. And it's almost like your main thing as a person, like as a male in the Congo growing up, is you decide to become a gold miner and you just go off with these guys, go out there for weeks and weeks at a time and just start digging in different random places. Then what happens is that people come in and kind of claim ownership of these mines, and then it's a situation where these people are basically trapped, earning very, very little money for the gold that they're digging up. You would think that they're getting a lot of money, considering that gold is about $1,700 an ounce USD. And you can look in that video itself, and it's like there's apparently chunks of gold in this pan that they're washing off, which could actually be anything. It could be even pyrite, which is the most commonly mistaken mineral for gold, fool's gold, right? I mean, we don't have any information on that. But I will say that the video itself did lead me down a very interesting rabbit hole of reading about information about what it's like in the Congo for people that are deciding to live their lives as these artisanal gold miners. And it's actually like, capitalism's fault. I mean, there's not really much that can be done to repair that at this point, except for diversification of the economies. But people wind up digging gold and they pay almost everything that they make just to support the more digging of gold. And people are just basically using them and ripping them off in the Congo. So that's what I got out of the video. I don't know. It might just be.
Who did that picture of Jeff?
Allison.
Who was the artist that did the Jefferson picture?
I said it earlier.
No, I don't think that you did.
I don't think you did either.
Say it correctly.
Because
Okay?
your guests made a couple of guesses, and then you were like, "No, dummies." But I don't think
Yeah,
you actually ever
your guess.
told them.
Those guesses up, Sean.
I don't think you ever told them though
The guests
who the artist
are
was.
fake. They're not real. Oh my god. The guests were me, Bob.
Now you're mad at Sean for mentioning your guests that you made up?
He's holding it over my head.
I'm just saying, when you have real guests, don't treat them like that.
I wouldn't.
Oh no.
I just never would. I'd never treat.
Are you looking for the artist's name?
He's trying to connect with somebody on TikTok that'll tell him he's great for no reason.
You're so mean. I don't even know why you guys are this mean. I'm just not that like that. But okay.
Well, there's nothing
Detroit
planned
Pet
for right now,
Portraits.
so I'm just filling in Be Mean to Dustin
Detroit
on my
Pet
calendar, I think.
Detroit Pet Portraits. And
What
did
was
you
it?
know that Jefferson
Detroit
Starship-
Pet Portraits is the name of the company?
Yep, Detroit, and her name is Alice V. Schneider.
That's great.
You
That's
made
great.
your-
She did a really good job. That was really great. It was really a great portrait.
Tell her to use the first 30 minutes of this show as an advertisement for her product.
Why? Why?
Because it's great. It ties into her work. I mean, we introduce the painting, and then we talk about Congolese gold miners, and then we go back to the painting. I think it's a nice 30-minute, nice succinct advertisement for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Sean, you writing down another thorn?
Yeah.
Good. I hope so. Some say that they found all this gold, and maybe that's why there's aliens back.
So now we're talking about
Wait.
aliens, or are you segueing?
I was trying to.
Yeah, that was just a weird one though.
Really? Oh, okay.
No, it was fine. It was fine, buddy.
You know what it is, Sean? It is I don't want to say too many words about it.
No, I mean you can use as many words as you need.
Yes, as you need.
One word more. Okay.
Right.
Nothing descriptive. Got you.
You know, descriptive is fine. It gets still distracting after a while, and your message gets lost in it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
Especially
saying
if
it's not entertaining. Nobody's saying.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh wait, am I supposed to respond then somehow?
But because you're not
he gets
listening,
confused.
get it?
Yes.
And that's why you don't say too many words, you guys. Just had a teachable moment there for some of you at home,
Teachable moment.
in your homes. Well, and maybe you feel sometimes that you go unheard. Maybe you feel like people tune you out a little bit. Guess what? Probably stop talking less. Ain't that right, Sean? Yeah.
Okay.
No? Let me get it.
So, what did the gold lead? How did the gold lead the aliens?
This is another. Dustin's connecting the dots on this. So, Dustin, yeah, explain how you think that the gold and the aliens go together.
Well, when aliens was around back in the day, they'd come around and they'd want to get gold. Is what some of the theorems go back to. So, there's part of me that I heard the gold. I saw that Justice League movie. Have you seen that new Justice League, the Schneider cut?
Yeah.
Well, in that,
Not the same Schneider.
Not from Day at a Time, Sean, if that's the one you're thinking of. Schneider.
not my paintress, not the one.
Okay.
My painting.
All right.
His name's Zach. And,
Yeah. Okay.
He does this zoom like punch, and then the superhero goes oh, and then it zooms in on him going oh, and then he keeps going back even further. So they're trying to show you perspective on how far the person goes. And
so the alien tie-in. Yeah, go ahead.
And so I was like, boy, that looks a lot like those F-14, 15 stealth fighter jets that filmed. There's a little bit of thing right there. Oh, we don't know what that is. And they keep zooming in. And so I put those two images in my head together, then heard about Gold Mountain. Now I'm like, ooh, aliens is really here.
You know, I don't necessarily get the part where you tied those three things together.
I didn't.
There was a punch zoom that Zack Snyder did in Justice League. That got you thinking that was just like the Alien videos.
Yeah.
Is there aliens getting punched or something in videos?
I mean, there's an alien in Justice League who gets punched, and his name's Superman.
Yeah. Okay.
And Steppenwolf.
Yeah. Well, should we watch
a video?
And so the zoom.
I think so, Sean.
The zoom made me think of this video, and then I said, "Oh, Gold Mountain, they're back for our gold because we found all this gold."
These are unidentified aerial phenomena.
Look,
videos which add fuel to the belief
the mind is
we are
mysterious.
not alone.
That's digital zoom that somebody added on top of this video.
An oval shape hovering, and in the words of the Navy pilot who recorded this, not behaving by the normal laws of physics.
Well, if there's a good thing, have a look on the
In 2015, pilots flying off the east coast of America spotted this.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots.
In a statement, the Department of Defense said it was releasing the videos in order to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that's been circulating was real or whether or not there is more to the videos. The aerial phenomena observed in these videos, they say, remain characterized as unidentified.
So there's a few in here. I went down some rabbit holes.
Okay,
if you want to check some of
so
them
that
out.
was like the Go Fast and the gimbal videos that were taken a while back and released like 3 years ago now or whatever. The U.S. Navy pilots that had that stuff recorded on their FLIR cams on their fighter jets. So that's there's nothing new on that one as far as what's come out recently. But that ex-Department of Defense guy recently just showed up on Fox News and said that they're going to be releasing a bunch more information.
Oh,
apparently.
he did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a video of the Fox News guy a guy on Fox News that basically worked for the government under Trump, and he said they asked him about it, and he said, "Yeah, we're going to be releasing a bunch more documentation about a bunch more sightings." He's confirmed that they're breaking the sound barrier without any sound. They're confirming that they have seemingly physics-defying abilities.
Yeah, the top one talks about how Israel and Trump both found out about
Which one am I
The
going
alien-
to?
Galactic Federation.
this guy here. Oh, look, there's some found footage, though.
Some found footage of what?
Those are my dogs, and I think that I filmed an aliens. Oh my God.
What?
I mean, that's creepy, you guys.
That might be fake. That might be fake. I don't know for sure,
Well, if we'd
but
had
that might be
time, we'd have
fake.
done some bits about it. But if you go to the guy,
This guy.
this guy here.
Okay,
this
he
guy
looks like
tells-
a proven researcher. So just to be clear though, you do all of your research on TikTok, right?
I've discovered a lot of things. Now, he talks about, the thing is I feel like if Trump found out about aliens, he wouldn't have been able to hold that in.
Trump's
I mean-
a moron. I'm sure he, you know. I don't think there was any reason to tell him anything that was like
Well, the
secret
weird
or
thing
anything.
is
But
the other
is there-
thing that
what?
catches my interest about aliens is the fact that the Nazis back in the day was like, oh, once we win, we gonna say there's aliens, and then the whole world's gonna rally around being Nazis or something like that. And
Well, see, the something like that part is the part that you you haven't really read about that at all or thought about it very much. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there about the Nazis and the occult, the Nazis and aliens. There's a bunch of it that's not true. There's a bunch of stuff that is true. It's a very mixed bag of things. You know, the Nazis had some very weird shit going on. Very gross, weird shit. But then there's also been apologists through the years that have done some very weird, subtle things like try to make the Nazis sound more mystical and amazing than they are, or try to make the Nazis seem like that they had a lot more of their shit together science-wise than they did by conflating aliens and the Nazis and stuff. So it's
Oh,
kind of a
really?
minefield of
that's the thing is,
things.
I don't
It's
want to
not-
get into Nazis and be like, oh, Nazis. Like, if it's my last day on Earth, I ain't trying to be like, oh, and then Hitler did some other bullshit. Like, I ain't trying to get them trending on anything in my world. I don't give two shits about no Nazis. So, you know what I
don't.
mean?
Well, then why use that as an example then?
Because I ain't trying to be tricked by no Nazis about some aliens.
Well, you know, there's always a practice that's I find pretty good is that not going to TikTok for everything that you research works pretty well, I think. You can read stuff, you can look into other videos, you can look at documentaries. TikTok is not going to give you, I mean, they're short videos. That's all there is on TikTok.
As we thought 2020 couldn't get any more ridiculous, some insane news has just came out. This guy is Haim Ishid. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but he is Israel's ex-space security program boss. So this guy has just came out and he has said that both the US and Israel are in contact with an alien organization called the Galactic Federation. This isn't just some random guy either. He was the head of Israel's space security program for nearly 3 decades. He has a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a doctorate, all in STEM fields, most notably his doctorate in aeronautical engineering. He also claimed that Trump was on the verge of revealing and announcing this to the world, but the Galactic Federation told Trump to let everyone calm down before he announces it. So what do you guys reckon? Do you reckon this is real? Do you reckon it's not? We haven't had any verification.
A little on the made-up
yet, so
side.
don't take this
But here's
as
the
fact.
thing is, I couldn't see.
Why, Sean? Why would you
guys
think
from
that sounds
Israel-
made up at all?
Only because it's been made up so many times before.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So this guy, I know the story that he's referencing, the Israeli Space Force dude or whatever this guy, he does sound a little bonkers, this guy. So, I mean, I think the thing that really gives me pause the most is the Galactic Federation talking to Trump. Zero chance
Yeah.
of that happening at all. I don't
And-
think,
and
I don't
that
think
he
that that's
wouldn't
the
talk
most
about it.
unbelievable
They were
thing of the whole
aliens and They
thing.
were crying. They had tears coming down their little alien faces.
These were tough aliens. Aliens, these, you know, they probably never cried their whole lives.
I don't even know what tears are.
And they came to me sobbing.
thanking me.
Thank you, Mr. Trump, for saving the universe.
Yep. Our government has proof, Mike.
So this is another bit of research from TikTok about aliens. Let's see where this goes.
Our government has proof that three competing extraterrestrial civilizations have been using this planet as a laboratory for genetic manipulation for at least 270 million years. And I said, well, 270 million years is before the time of the dinosaurs. And he looked me straight in the eye and he said, one of the three competing groups made the dinosaurs as an 80 million plus year long experiment. The public and the media at all costs are to know nothing about the presence of extraterrestrials on this planet, underground, based on the moon, based on Mars, and probably throughout the solar system and beyond.
Wow, that was some good research.
It all works together.
You know, your microphone is really far away from your mouth, Dustin.
Who is she, Dustin?
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Step one for research. Maybe know the name of the person that's telling you the thing.
She's an expert.
She's an expert.
Okay.
She sounds like it.
Well, there it is.
Yep.
It's obvious.
Guess there you have it. Dustin, I'm impressed that you're not in QAnon, to tell you the truth.
Well, I've been watching QAnon documentary.
Do not watch anything to do with. Just stay away from QAnon. You're gonna get.
It's good though. Because
See, that's what everyone thinks. Next week, you're gonna come on and start talking about adrenochrome and how they're harvesting it from babies so that Biden can drink baby blood.
No.
That's
crazy.
ridiculous. Yes, I'm sorry for coming out that you would just happen to believe something that somebody said without any proof at all is ridiculous.
It's an HBO documentary where they are trying to discover who Q is, and I think they've done it. It's a 3-year documentary. HBO. Okay.
What's the next video?
Good question, Sean. Thank you.
Check it out. I don't know.
Talking blah, 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 sounding all the same.
UFOs hiding in ancient artworks.
I'm turning that music off because it was going to get us a ding for sure.
UFOs hiding in ancient artworks. Looky there. And there's a guy pointing to it on the beach. And that's Leonardo da Vinci. It's pretty interesting, though.
Yep. Interesting.
What's the next?
I mean, it's not. I mean, I believe that those people also believed in extraterrestrials, probably.
Yeah, for sure. I don't doubt that there's stuff going on with that in the world, in the universe.
Well, there was an interview with a reptilian representative that I didn't even share because I knew it would be laughed at, but she says they've been around a million
reptiles.
Reptilians, Sean. Reptilians. They're creatures that are actually lizards, but can make their skin and facial structures and bodies mimic human beings, much like the television series.
There were characters in See You Next Doomsday.
Yeah, exactly right. Yes, I forgot we had the lizard people in there. Yeah, we sure did.
And also in Jim. Was that in Jim?
No. Tales from the Script.
Tales from the Script. That's what it was.
Yes.
Tales from the Script. They were the lizard people.
Yep.
That's adorable.
Because there are people out there that believe that the lizard people are actually running the government and stuff. They just hide and pretend to be humans. So.
Well, they've been around for millions of years, what this reptilian lady said. And, and this is their planet, and other aliens came and they genetically modified us and then they were around when the Bible was written, and so when they were characterized as the devil because the snake, and he was like, tree of knowledge, hey, let me teach you guys something. Then all of a sudden, he's the devil, and now the reptilians have gone. And I didn't watch all of it, let's say, but.
Okay.
Well,
you watched enough to get a couple talking points.
That's really good. Yeah, you're connecting dots with like invisible ink or something. I don't know exactly
so
what it is.
I'm in True Detective, and I'm Matthew McConaughey. What do you want from me?
No, Matthew McConaughey was onto something.
Yeah, we gonna capture the aliens in the end, bud. Go ahead.
What? There's no aliens in True Detective. Rewatch it.
I know. I'm connecting dots, Mike.
Okay. Next video. So this one's probably going to be very interesting. Let's watch it.
The Aymara Indians, for centuries, the Indians have said this was made by gods to be a two-dimensional doorway. Shaman taught him a sound frequency. His wife is 100 feet away. She is watching the entire scene. Jerry gets down on his knees, leans forward with his forehead. He puts it in the rock. She sees him disappear, literally. He goes to a white place, and then this male voice comes and starts talking to him.
He said that I was on another world, that it was outside of my universe. And he says, well, there are many universes, and you've just passed from yours into ours.
What?
I mean, that did have three different people talking, so maybe, does that mean it's true?
Look.
Why if they did that? Let's just say that this is true. Let's just say that everything that they're saying is 100% true.
It is Neil Young.
Why is this lady deciding to tell us about it? Why would they not, if they want to be believed, why would they not replicate it again and show people with like video, see him disappear? Why would they not bring a camera or recording equipment into that other dimension if it is possible to travel to another dimension through a rock face using sound waves, which is a wild thought and a very interesting idea sci-fi wise. I love it. But these logical questions, I think, are a little confusing to me as to like why go down this path? Why just make it a talking point on an interview show instead of really digging into something? If that happened to me, you better believe I would be documenting the fuck out of that, unless there was like some kind of reason to not do that, which was never said.
Like if you sign a non-disclosure agreement with the alien.
With the Intergalactic Federation. Exactly.
Right. See, it looks like a desert, so we've got to assume it's in Syria or in Afghanistan, somewhere where
those
Americans
are only two deserts in the world. Yep. The Aymara Indians, which probably we can't figure out where they are, so it's got to be Afghanistan.
They disappeared. Mayans disappeared.
The Aymara. Aymara or something. Aymara. It says it right on the screen right now.
Iramiri.
Aymara Indians.
Liramir. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You were talking. You were saying, you were starting to lay out the proof. One, this is in the desert, so it's probably in India or Afghanistan. Two,
I didn't say India.
It takes 2 hours for an event to become news.
Well, that's the thing about the Gold Mountain is you figure it's 2 hours here, that if it's coming from a different country and in the Congo, it's going to be a week into a month at least before you get any news out of there.
At least.
And that's why it's like that, is what I would assume. But
I mean, these types of videos
think,
and these types of people, I am endlessly fascinated and intrigued by these crazy stories, and I love learning about these things, but I also like it when these things follow lines of logic and people will ask questions to these people and try to figure out, you know, hey, if this happened, then why didn't X happen? And then where's Y? And you know what I mean?
I think his mind was so blown, I think the only person he could ask was God. And he said, oh, God.
Okay, so God's real too, huh? All right.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I think there's this ongoing need to find out what's larger than us. I mean, why? You know, it gets to that eternal question of why. Why are we here? How did we get here?
Yeah.
And there are, you know, all sorts of explanations for it that people have thrown out. But still, I mean, the one most based in fact is that we evolved, and then we will live, and then we will die. Anyway.
I mean, that's about all we know for sure.
Right.
You ain't wrong.
That's it.
All right. What's this video?
This one right here. Thank you, Barbara. My first video to break 15,000 views.
I almost went viral. It was a thing we were going to do at the beginning, but we had sort of some meltdowns, and we weren't able to get to them. And this doesn't make any sense if you haven't seen the one before it.
1,000 views.
Plus 80 hearts.
1 out of 62,743 videos ain't bad.
Well, I mean, that video would definitely scare me away from making something viral. If that's what happened.
How many views did you get, buddy?
I think it's up to like 15 something. I don't know.
Wow.
So 15,000. So is this the video then?
Yes. That's it.
So this family being freaked out by your KT tape?
No, they made the video and I duetted it with my freaky KT tape, and they make people go, "What am I about to see?" And then they feel like they ran away, so the person watching feels safe, and they're looking at you then instead of already flipping by, and then they come back up right there at the end, still curious, and that's loving, I think.
That is loving.
Okay.
That was nice, sweet.
This is me yelling at John Mayer.
John Mayer. Yeah, don't me. Mister, I just come join on TikTok on March 1st and have 80,000 people. You've been on here for like a year, bro. Over a year. I got like 200.
200 what?
Real low effort from John Mayer there. I didn't really feel like he was really giving you anything.
I was thinking about doing a series of these and continuing to yell at him about different things and finally going, I just feel like you've given up, bro. Like, you don't even want to talk anymore. And he's going to go, yeah. Oh, so that's it? It's whatever. This lady, this vampire lady.
What would you do if tomorrow you woke up and you were a vampire?
I would instantly say, hey, no more asking about what's for dinner, huh? What do you want? What do you feel like eating? Am I right, you guys?
You just write down another thorn, Sean?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that could have been a rose. I don't know.
I was just checking the time. On that one, I was just checking the time.
almost a thorn, almost worse than a thorn, really.
I said we didn't have time for these, but I
it
don't.
It occurred to me that we didn't have roses and thorns.
What's happening? So I can only throw.
Well, we're gonna have to burn through roses and thorns here.
Okay, I would like to start by singing about roses, roses that have thorns.
Do you think that your singing makes this segment better? The intro better?
I don't see how it could get any worse.
I know a few ways.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Roses and Thorns. This is everyone's favorite time of the show because it's the very end. I'd like to welcome my two co-hosts, starting with Shawn right here next to me, buddy. What's your first rose for today?
Well, my first rose goes to the two of you, actually. And just when your relationship couldn't get more endearing to me.
Get out of here.
Yeah. But this whole conspiracy theorist fact checker relationship that you've got going on, I just find very entertaining and very dynamic.
God, it's exhausting, Shawn. But thank you.
Accept that rose.
And real quick, Thorn to Dustin, just for again the treatment of his imaginary guests.
Well, thank you for being nice. That's all you got to say, Shawn? I guess.
And also another thorn that we didn't get to the Jeffersons theme.
There's like a really good spot for it too.
Jefferson would have been a great spot.
Was a great spot for that Jefferson's theme thing.
Well, Mike, buddy, this is your turn to Roses and Thorns.
I'm going to give a thorn to myself for being too exhausted to really come up with a whole bunch of thorns because I feel like there's a lot of thorns that need to be said, but I'm a little too exhausted, so I don't know if I really want to get into it. So I'm going to just give myself a thorn for not doing it. I'm going to give a rose to Shawn for always being a guiding pillar of funny and comedy and just a very genial and nice addition to the show.
Genius. That's from the word genius, bud.
Genial.
Yeah.
Genial. I'm going to give a rose to this hat that I still have that I think has a really great version of your face on it.
That's what you think that is? You think that's a great version of my face?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Oh, Dusty, you're a delight.
I'd like to give the city of Detroit a rose for giving out a vaccine. So if you live in the Detroit area, make sure you go get a vaccine. And I'd like to give thorns to both of my co-hosts today. On a day I couldn't have, dare I say, tried harder. I was picking apart like vultures, picking at a poor young refugee or a young person that has struggled to get out of some sort of conflict area, and they were just sitting there like.
Are you talking about Congo again?
No, if anything, I'm glad you didn't say any other places because I might have been. And ultimately, I was not talking.
Never gotten
about
a thorn
Congo.
before.
And ultimately,
you never have, Shawn.
Well, roses, because it was so fun. There's no other buzzards I'd like to be picked over by than these two old buzzards next to me here, and I love the buzzard out of them. How about that? And Bud would go to, boy, this was a rough one for me. So I guess it would be to me. I guess I would give me the Bud for really
give yourself more buds. Give yourself some roses too. Why not?
Today.
Why not?
Really, I thought I had some things together, but those things are just building blocks to the real things, and we're gonna make it.
You know, that's part of the Jeffersons theme there. Yeah. Hey, you know. Do you ever hear the phrase? This is a phrase I like a lot. I'm going to give a rose to it right now. Work smarter, not harder.
That's what I thought I did. Yep. Thank you for that rose. I accept.
No, I did not give it to you. I gave it to the phrase itself. Work smarter, not harder. You can get that rose one day if you do that. If you actually work smarter instead of harder. You can get that rose.
Some
It's
people
aspirational.
on your hat,
Aspirational rose.
On your hat would say, by the way, that hat is for sale. We're doing a short run on them. Please let us know if you want to purchase that, and it's, I think, I don't know, $1,000. What is it? What did we decide?
I think I got this hat for like, it was a promo deal, so it was cheaper, but I think it's normally
easy, bud.
$23.
Cheap. Hey, don't give away hey, bud. And a
don't
rose
give away
to
the.
Shawn McGettigan.
I don't know. I feel something weirdly unsaid, but I think we do need to do one thing before we end today. We got to say, I want Dustin to get rich.
Not that we want to, but we're gonna say it, right?
Well, we don't have to anymore. We can stop saying that now. You don't. You obviously have some issues with us saying it. So
hat.
I mean, we can.
You want to do the hat at below warehouse cost? I mean, it's not going to make anybody rich.
I'm not
That's what I'm saying.
Purchasing the hat. I'm not. I didn't offer the giveaway. You did. So you're the one that.
I did.
You're the one that
And
would decide the price, right?
A great amount of value in the viewers' minds. If we're ever to make that money off the viewers.
Hey, Dustin, have you checked on the comments at all today, or?
I've tried, but my eyes don't work like they used to, and
good excuse. Good excuse.
My heart. I've tried.
Yeah.
I've tried. That's all I can say.
So I guess we're not gonna say I want Dustin to get rich anymore.
Yeah. No. I mean,
you said you didn't want it anymore. I think we shouldn't do it if you don't want it. You said it's making you uncomfortable.
On the fact that you weren't necessarily focusing on the marketability of the hat. We have no products for sale.
If you want, hey, next show, why not just make a whole segment about the marketability of the hat, and we can get into it.
Wow. Next week, we've already got some things planned with.
Wow! Really?
What?
I'm trying to work a week ahead now, and doesn't matter. It's no big deal until the week of. Right? So I'm just gonna keep trying to do my part.
So we're not saying I want Dustin to get rich anymore?
Yes, we are. We are also thinking of doing a follow-up after the rose where we discuss some of the comments that were missed throughout the show. That's just a loose show in the process.
Not an excuse to make up for the fact that you didn't look at the comments through the show. You're just creating a brand new segment. Oh, you did? You were looking at the comments the whole show.
I remember I said Neil Young. That's in there. What else did I say?
Remember I said Neil Young.
I was talking to the viewers during that time.
Remember when you were talking to TikTok and ignoring me and Shawn? I'm just going to throw a thorn at you for that real quick because I just remembered
Wow, that really is being thrown at me even. You know what I mean? It's not even like, I'd like to, because we want to make the show better. It's like literally like a dart to my heart. And I art to say 3, 2, 1. I want Dustin
to get rich.
I was testing you, Mike, because I didn't know if you were going to say it.
I've said that I've been the one I've started it. And then you fought it every step of the way, which shows me exactly how you feel about the show, by the way.
I love it. And I love...
Like you just don't want to be successful.
If success is that hat you're wearing, then consider me the most successful person on this show. Bingo!